And I love the Brady Bunch, the Brady Hoop, the Brady Bunch, the Brady. Totally love the Brady Bunch, totally love the Brady Bunch, totally love the Brady Bunch.
Oh, damn. Oh, disciplined stoners. I can't go to bed without the disciplined stoners. You know, there's weed, man. We got to report these people.
You ever see something so true that you couldn't unsee it? Something that you just knew would serve you. Whether it be self-awareness, plant medicine, a lover, a career. That's what we get down to here. Welcome to Disciplined Stoners, the gateway drug to mindfulness. Spark up or don't, and enjoy the show. Glad you're here. Here's a story.
It's a great song.
Of a lovely lady, who was bringing up three very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother. Until the one day when the lady met this fellow. How you doing? How you doing? And they knew they were much more than a hunch. They must somehow form my family. That's the way they all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That's the way that they became the Brady Bunch. And I love the Brady Bunch, the Brady Hoop, the Brady Bunch, the Brady. Totally love the Brady Bunch, totally love the Brady Bunch, totally love the Brady Bunch. Or what if it was Luther?
O-Town.
Motown.
Oh, Motown.
Brady Bunch, I said. Brady Bunch is driving me crazy to think that Miss Brady.
You're pretty good there, mister.
Or what if it was Prince?
Beep. Beep, beep. Chewy. Chewy.
Brady! Oh, yeah!
It's so crazy.
Jamie Foxx, go watch it.
The vocal,
just YouTube Brady Bunch, Jamie Foxx.
the vocal control is so
And
very
he's just playing keys.
Impressive.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Shout out Jamie. What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Disciplined Stoners. I'm your host, Ellevan.
My name is Winnie.
And we are the gateway drug to mindfulness. And today, we're in a vibe. We're in a mood. It's a new year.
Happy 2024, everybody.
Happy 2024, everybody. That's the way that we became the Brady Bunch. And I love the Brady Bunch. Brady. Whoop. It's hard to get off it.
It's so hard to get off it.
We just shot a piece of content
That you will have seen by now.
Yeah.
So thanks for liking our stuff.
Probably, like most times it's like if you're watching a podcast episode like on your TV of ours, you've probably seen the Instagram content as well.
If you haven't subscribed to the channel already.
Please do
Why
subscribe.
not? If you're back here again, if it's your first time visiting, hello, welcome.
Welcome.
What
I'm
are we
11.
doing here? Yeah.
I'm 11. What do we do? What do we do on this show?
generally we talk about our personal challenges, and then we kind of shed that, like make it sort of so it's general, not too specific to us.
We kind of change our beliefs about our situation every show.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's great. It's like we face it with mindfulness, and since we've put ourselves on blast, basically, by saying, hey, we know these mindful tools, it's like, oh yeah, prove it. Every week, bring your mindfulness to your own life. Because we realized there was no pushing this message unless we take advantage of our own issues and how we're going to navigate into a lighter vibration with this awareness.
I learned of a new mindful tool.
Well, why don't you share that new mindful tool with us, Winnie?
That I've now put into my toolbox. So
I'll put things in your toolbox.
I listened to a meditation coach called Tara Brach, and highly suggest. She's great. But
TB.
I actually got introduced to her years ago, and I just refound her now because I wasn't ready for her wisdom when I first found her.
That'll happen.
Yeah, her meditations are vocal only, and there's a lot of silence in between her concepts. So
I can't handle that.
I feel like, you have to be, I would say, more of a intermediate meditator if you're going to go over to her. But even if you just listen to her without meditating, her meditations sometimes almost like sermons, or like
Get the wheels turning.
Yeah, it really does. And she introduced me to the acronym RAIN last week. Bless you. And this acronym, RAIN, stands for recognize, allow, investigate, and then nurture or nourish. And so what she had me do is go to a time. I'm just going to take a hit of this joint. What she had me do is go to remember a time where a situation where
You remember?
I was offended or my feelings got hurt. Nothing that is like very traumatic.
Nothing too
Because
crazy.
She doesn't want you to bring up those like really sort of intense emotions that can get out of control.
Because humans like to dote on the negative.
Yeah, but just like maybe to a time where someone, called you a bad friend online, let's say. and
that doesn't happen to people like us.
That hurt your feelings. Let's say that. Okay, so go to that time and go to that situation, and the R in RAIN is recognize. So recognize.
Better recognize, son.
What the situation was and
Mental illness.
what your reaction to it was, and you label those emotions. And I actually went to a time with my mom where I felt when I actually looked at it, because I hadn't looked at it before. It was such an interesting meditation.
look at it?
So I looked at this scenario that had already happened months ago, and I identified or recognized what I was actually feeling. And it was different than what I thought I was feeling at the time. I thought I was feeling anger, frustration. But what I was actually feeling when I went back and looked at it was anxiety.
Yep.
And still a bit of frustration, I suppose, but maybe fear would be a better word. And then, so the next, the A in RAIN is allow. So this idea of allowing that feeling to exist in your body without trying to push it away.
Oh,
Yes.
That's
Okay.
the tough work right there.
Yeah. So you feel anxiety. Okay, let's feel that for a second. Because you're always saying, or I'm always saying, no, I don't want to feel this. No, I don't want to feel this. And that stops any processing from happening, because you're literally building a dam around it. You're creating this no,
I do know.
So that's the second. The A in allow is sit with those emotions for a minute and just feel them. Like, just allow them. What do they feel like? Where are they in your body? Identify physically. Is it in your throat? Is it in your neck? Is it in your gut? Where exactly are these sensations coming up? And then the I in RAIN is investigate. And investigation is why may I be reacting this way? What exactly, because if we decide that it's not the other person that makes us feel this way, and we decide that it is us that is feeling this way because of, then we take our power back. It's not someone else needs to change for us to feel better. Ooh. So investigate why you're, like, what's going on. Are you afraid of, are you in, for my situation, I felt maybe a little bit of time shortage with my mom, and I want things to be different in a shorter amount of time. And so investigating gives you a better platform or foundation to hold yourself in compassion instead of judging yourself for how you reacted in the situation. Ooh. And then the N, I know it's Tara, it's not me.
This is bars.
Yeah. And then bars. The N in RAIN is nourish or nurture. And that means that after you've investigated and found out a little bit more, dug a little bit deeper, peeled back those layers, and you can sit with yourself in compassion, what does that exactly look like? Does that look like space from a certain person? Does that look like a practice of forgiveness, not just one time every day, waking up and allowing that letting go to happen, non-attachment to happen? So how can you nurture yourself in a way that doesn't say, hey, be different, but it says, hey, how can I support you? How can you be supported so next time you have time shortage and you're feeling anxiety and frustration, and you can recognize that and allow it to pass, what can you do to allow it to pass instead of saying no, 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 no? So that's my new tool, RAIN.
Jeez, bring on the rain.
Yeah.
You can't stop the rain.
I really loved it.
Let it fall, let it fall, let it fall.
It's a musical episode.
This should be the episode where I speak only in rhyme.
But I really did have a healing in that meditation. Like,
Isn't
she
healing
walked
appealing?
me through it, and I did it. Healing is appealing. That's right.
When you have feelings, healing is appealing. There's no ceiling. It's really just dealing. Congratulations on your new process. This is awesome. You got this. Chase that deep monster like a Loch Ness. It's all this. Okay, this is nonsense. Stop this. I can't. God, it's...
We did mushrooms on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, we tripped out and stayed inside. Psilocybin got super high. Realized I'm God, but still just a guy. And then January 1st when he had to cry.
Yeah, so I actually had, mushrooms don't usually do this to me, but I had a pretty harsh come down. But also I haven't been able to articulate yet because mushrooms takes that away from me.
The front face cognitive function is like fuck, wait, dumb, and you're caught dumping. It's like awkward and y'all stumping, stumbling. It's like rumbling in your own head. Can't get it out. Sorry, back to you, fucking husband.
So what you didn't know is when I was down here lying on the ground and I had one of my most big emotional releases, crying on mushrooms, I went through like a spiritual untethering to a younger version of myself.
Oh my God.
But I didn't finish it. And I think that's probably what my vibration was yesterday. I couldn't let go. So everything so I had experienced actually an ego win on my mushroom trip. And then the next day I felt very and it's interesting, like I wonder if I'm just not ready to let go or what that is, but
it still serves you to act like that. I can feel that in your vibration. I called you out for baby talk the other day. It's very much time to let go. You're coming into your own as an entrepreneur, confidence, backbone, not just a functioning family. That little girl that slows down, gets attention, is safe, does nothing, lives vulnerable because you can't take the heat.
Yeah.
She's alive.
This isn't going to mean anything to you all, but guess who was God in my head?
Who?
It was the voice of Olivia.
Oh my God.
We'll have to beep out that last name because I don't.
She will be. No, why?
She
has such a beautiful voice. She's like, English and perfect, and Winnie just like adores her.
It was so crazy. Yeah, so I was on this like ascending of like untethering, and it was pretty dramatic.
And
you guys
said no, you bailed.
I tried. Listen, inside my head, I tried. I was pretty much screaming, "Let go!" And that's why I think this vision of this like sort of not sloppy, but like sticky untethering was physically happening. Like there was something, and I kept saying like, "It's time to go home, girl. Like it's home time now. Like not here anymore." And I did a lot. Like a lot happened, but it wasn't a full break.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so when
you might just evaporate.
Maybe.
Because if that like holy,
but I don't want to say too much. Like after that happened and I was sort of absorbing that, but still like high on mushrooms, obviously, I felt like kind of like, oh, you're not strong enough yet. Like I kind of felt disappointed on the mushroom high.
No, that's just your ego.
I've never had a bad mushroom high. I just also want to say like I've never had a bad trip, and I don't think this trip was bad either. No. But I was very aware of how much I was allowing and not allowing. Oh my God.
That's
Which
incredible.
is great learning, right?
That.
Yeah. Thank you for being patient with me yesterday. I was really sad. It was New Year's Day. I was really like, oh.
Yeah, that was tough. I was basically alone. But I'm good at learning to, like, I grew up with, like, my mom had definitely some mental illness, and Winnie has, like, definitely extreme depression. So, like, there is, I have this guy that kicks in when you're not getting the support from the A-frame that you usually think you have. It's people with folks with depression that suffer as well. Like, it's the partners, you know? Of
anything like that, like any sort of ailment,
illness, any
like
addiction.
the partner of that person. There should always be another step program for those supporters.
Partner,
yeah, for sure.
Because then you also become an enabler or something if you're not careful too. You got to check your own behavior of how you nurture and care and put yourself and self-worth. There's all sorts of stuff. But yeah, like yesterday, I just amidst the kind of anxiety that's like, is it me? Like secretly, are you having like second thoughts? Like, do you? Like what, like how much am I involved? Like it sounds so self-involved to like ask that at the time, so I don't.
Yeah.
I'm like, but like how much percentage of this is me? Because that's just a human being who's especially a little neurotic and brilliant myself is like over calculating everything and whatever.
I was blaming you for stuff yesterday.
You were?
Yeah, but that's what I said. I didn't want to say it out loud because I know it's not true.
Yeah, like it was like, I can't even entertain to fix this because I don't particularly agree. Like, I don't agree with the manifestation of this attitude, this behavior, this outlook on life. Like, I don't agree. Like, just in general, I don't agree.
That's your ego. Like, my ego was searching for a reason to validate my emotional body.
Yeah.
And I didn't have one. So, like, immediately it was like, this person's living in my space. Let's look at why they could be affecting me in a certain way. And I know that's not true, and that's why we didn't talk very much yesterday, because I was feeling something and my mind was telling me something and I didn't believe it.
Nice.
But it was still there. It was still like around. And I know that's not fair to you, Ellevan. And I've been on the other side of that as well.
I did feel it. So I was accurate.
You felt it, but I just like didn't want to. That's why I kept saying like I don't think talking about it is the right thing.
Yeah. So yeah, you were confused, basically like the egos of many, just confused, looking for an enemy. So okay, that's funny. But then, so we know from wisdom that I wasn't really. That it's never somebody else. It's always yourself. So you were going on this spiral of almost like self-judgment too.
Well, because I hadn't really come to this understanding of like what had happened during my mushroom trip exactly yet. Like I was still processing.
Yeah, that little fucker got her fucking claws in you, eh?
The mushrooms?
No, the little girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I did that inner child work with Alicia last year, and like this scared little badass Bart Simpson guy, you know? It's like, but I've harmonized with far too many I'm safe now. Like I don't believe this sweet kid that was running around in my inner being, thinking that everyone's kind of out to get you. Like I don't, and I'm still unpeeling filters that I have for the world in perspectives. And I can imagine it's similar with you of like how you're going to approach this. Like, okay, if like for me as this young kid, if you can't dominate this way, like if you're not the richest or most popular and you're not going to be given anything, you're not going to bank on kindness every time, you kind of got to go this way. So I'm like I go right for the throat, Achilles tendon, don't ask questions, get it, like this very aggressive. And I've just been like massaging him out. I think that's my little kid, that I reacted like that in fear and uncertainty, and you reacted basically like somebody save me. Like,
basically put us in front of our mothers, and you'll see what our like
what happened. What we learned,
like,
the tools we learned. But we made it this fucking far.
You'll see our triggers, essentially. And you'll see our inner child come out to play.
It's like
every time.
You and your mom are like this baby that's like, take care of me, like fall into me. Like your safety mechanism is to get people to fall in on you. And your mom literally does it with like ask questions with like a trumpet level heightened crescendo vibrato of high. Is that true or no? Or no? Like some bullshit. It's like, why do you make everything so cute? It manipulates me. Like it's manipulative. Like how cute you're making everything. Like, and it's dumb. It dumbs everyone down. It says no high level thinking here. We have to be only cute. No thinking. No progress. And that's fine when you're trying to stay safe. Hey, if you were an immigrant in a new country, that would probably my guy Onell, who's here now.
Oh, are you gonna go get him?
Yeah.
That's
but
so funny.
What was I just saying?
I don't know. That really throws me off right now.
Yeah. Wake up, buddy. We're halfway through the pod. We're gonna keep shooting.
Should we get a third mic?
Sure, we could toss in a third mic. Since you're here, just like have a halfway episode.
Yeah.
Can't get no parking right there.
That's funny.
Where are you parked?
My man O'Neill's. What's up, bro? Where did you park?
Y'all being licked under the table?
What's up, bro?
I parked right out front.
Did you? Good. Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Just pull up right there. Pull your car up right here, and we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, where are you?
You got the snipers on the roof for that?
No. Right
No.
here. Right here's perfect. Okay, we're gonna.
The whip?
Yeah.
Yeah, pull up the whip right here.
Okay.
And then we'll watch it.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Well, we are going to have our friend Onell join us on the show. Okay, let's get Onell on. This is amazing. Hilarious.
Yo, check it. Check one, check two.
Yes.
This is good.
Delicious. Okay,
Some
there
clarity.
we go. Yeah, that's where we'll be. Okay, cool. What's up, dog?
Hijacked. What's up, Discipline Stoners?
Good to see you, bro.
What's up, man?
Okay, so
I heard too much about you. Wallace be talking all day. Discipline Stoners. I can't go to bed without the Discipline Stoners.
I love you guys.
Primo. I'm going to do something. Listen.
Yes.
Primo.
That's my guy.
Look,
He's
I want
coming
to
back
punish
on the
him.
pod.
He's a sweetheart.
We got to punish him.
What?
Yeah,
Put him to work.
And this is how I'm going to punish him.
Grow more weed.
Everywhere I go, thank you. You right in my mindset. Everywhere I go, I promote the hell out of Primo.
1000%.
I want this guy to be so busy, he's forced to expand.
I agree.
Just forced. You got to bring on.
How is he going to keep his beautiful nature on every single part of the project if it gets too big,
Not
though?
too big. Just expand a
Right.
little
Just
bit.
long enough so we can still have Wallace involved.
Yeah. I mean, in Ontario, he's only catering to 15 million people. So, I mean, just enough to expand to be a part of that broader batch so everyone else can experience
You
that.
have been very vocal about Primo.
I have.
And you've been an early adapter. I think you found Wallace before we did.
That's going to come down to the wire, man.
But that's a beautiful thing. So you real recognize real.
No, you did for sure.
And you've been doing some real shit out here. Can we let the people in on
Not
how
really.
you operate or what you've been up to? No? Can't talk about your hustle?
Deserve all that. Like what, man? I mean, I've been around.
You have a
for a minute.
podcast?
Yeah, I do. I got a podcast. It's called Mind Your Damn Business. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. It is, right? That's the sequel.
I love that.
Mind Your Damn Business. I got a podcast called Cannabis Related. Primarily because, I could have called it Get Stoned or Disjointed or something, a spin-off of what it is. I just felt like let's just get the fluff away. Let's just take the fluff away. Let's just call it what it is. We're talking about life. We're talking about cannabis. We're talking about related stuff because a lot of the commentary, mainstream media, what have you, is usually talking to, people in management, talking about year-over-year growth, talking about, mergers and acquisitions. There's a lot of platforms out there that talk about
the suit
the
stuff,
health of the business, the suit stuff,
the
right?
data stuff.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk to like real people, just get real people's opinion because in order to destigmatize something, you got to talk to people who are naysayers for no reason. You got to start involving the people that we're only hearing one narrative, which is it's bad, and here are certain people that are associated with that. So anyway, this isn't my show.
No, but I love that.
We got cannabis related. We got some really cool things coming up.
That's
2024
sick.
though.
And
Yeah.
how long
it's
have you
gonna
been
be
doing
hot.
that show?
The Mind Your Damn Business show.
Yeah. Or no, cannabis related.
Cannabis related. We started in January. We started top of January, 2023. First episode was like the first Wednesday in the year.
So you're
Dope.
at 53-ish episodes?
We're at
We know how weeks work.
Yeah, I got delayed on one, so I wrapped up 2023 with 51 episodes.
Congrats.
Yeah, dude. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it was-
Fuck yes.
Oh shit! I mean, the hardest part about for me doing a podcast is not saying what I really want to say.
Oh, really?
And
Why
I know
don't
the
you?
podcast is really about saying what you. A lot of it's timing, political correctness.
Oh, yeah, of
because I'm very unapologetic. Like, there are certain people and there are certain companies out there that I have a very strong opinion about. But
It's best not to make enemies if you don't have to.
fuck that. It's not even about enemies. I really don't care. I mean, the only reason I would ever mention anyone by name is, they came in my backyard, knocked on my door, and made a mess in my place.
Sure.
But even then, sometimes I just, again, like to that point, it's really just, kind of let it be. But here's the truth. Life is not only positive. And we have to embrace, I don't want to say the negative, but we have to be able to appreciate that negativity exists. How do we deal with it?
I think
How do
putting
we deal with that
putting a
negativity?
label on energy like that,
Yeah.
period, is already the beginning of the end for me most times because there's always something greater at play.
100%.
Like it's like even if you're getting this what we would perceive as negative energy from an individual, well, that's only going to be like, okay, we're not going to work together then. So that saved me a whole lot of hassle because now I know who you are.
So you learned from that negativity.
It's a
right?
lesson
That's
and a
what I'm
blessing
saying.
in the same time, but it's like
it's how you embrace it and move forward with it.
our ego in the moment though is like, well, I would really like it if things just move smooth.
Yeah.
I would really like it if everyone just held their shit, was respectful, and could be a professional. Oh shucks. Oh fuck. Not the case.
Where you?
It's interesting how we,
guy's in PPE industry
like,
or something.
just as humans, though, that we've labeled positive things pleasurable, right? And we've labeled
Pain.
negative things painful. And I think that's just, I don't think that's correct language anymore.
Well, I
think
mean, look at what we're doing with cold plunges. Humans are starting physical. The things that we have escaped as like animals, like cold, like weathering, we're actually like embracing those elements and learning from it and finding the wisdom in it. So it's like we tried to minimize suffering for so long, and then we're like, no, but we grow exponentially when like challenged.
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. But I mean, outside of that stuff, man, got some crazy things going on I can't tell you about.
Well, we'll have to do an update
Yeah,
after they
yeah.
happen.
Yeah. How did you find Primo? Sorry to cut you off, man.
How did I find Primo?
Yeah.
I was at a trade show.
Nice.
I was doing a speaking engagement, and
Yeah, he's out here.
he was just out there. The energy was just larger than life.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
He's so
like
sweet.
here's the thing.
It's easy to see how you two attracted to one another.
Oh, this guy, he like Puff Daddy, man. He dancing all up in my videos, and I can't even pull out my phone. Like if he around, he just pull out his phone and start like recording in the middle of my.
I love
look,
that.
He speaks very highly of you.
Yeah.
He should. I'm taller than him. He should. You're damn right. You're damn right. He should. Absolutely. I'm glad to hear that.
And it's
I'm glad
that
to hear that.
self-love
Yeah.
that like attracts a winner like Wallace
Yeah.
to you.
He's great.
And
He's great.
He is.
Because when you're embracing that, bro, that's beautiful.
I got
That's
something special lined up for that guy.
I know. Yeah.
He keep playing around.
He deserves it.
Yeah, no, but he keep playing around. He keep dancing. Like I said, man, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
He dancing in my videos.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on? No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
He's the best.
Love it.
He
I love
is.
that
He
guy.
is the
He
great.
would
He's the
dance
great.
in your videos if you
Yeah.
wanted him to. He would do
He's
that
great.
for you.
Look. I wanted to say this. It's funny because when I was on my way down here, I'm like, I want to make sure I say this. Have you ever
Say
happened to you?
it.
You're like,
Say
there's
it.
something specific you want to say, and
Just
it's
say
like,
it.
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna say it. I'm definitely gonna say it.
I don't think he's gonna hold back.
No, I'm definitely gonna say it because
Tell
it's
us.
important to me. I wanted to shout out Mama Primo because
Yes.
the son that she raised
Oh my gosh.
is just an incredible individual. So going back to how I met him, I
Big
met him
facts.
because, first of all, I never seen his brand before. I never seen Primo. Just I bumped into him like, tell me about. I'm always investigating these brands. Like, what is your purpose for being in the cannabis? Are
Yeah,
you a
bro.
cash grab? Are you
Same.
legacy? Do you actually care and
What's
believe
the
in the
message?
plan?
What's the heart? Who
Yeah,
are you?
Yeah. So, when I met him, just the way he organically was interacting with everyone, even outside of me, like it just felt like everybody knew him.
Big
Yeah.
chief energy.
Big chief energy. I
Yup.
like that.
Yup.
I'm a jack that.
Yeah.
Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cannabis Related. We got that big chief energy. Yeah, that's the new intro.
Has he been
the
on your podcast?
What Wallace?
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, absolutely. He's got to come back. He's got to come back. We got something. We actually got something really special in the works.
Guess who's on tomorrow?
Listen, you see what I'm saying? That's what
Primo.
I'm talking about. And I bet you,
We need to get you guys on together.
I bet you, if the car was gassed up, or he wasn't in there trying to mess around with do those pheno huntings and all that stuff that he does, he would be here dancing in my podcast too.
Yep.
Just always around, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
It's really nice.
It's actually really. I'm like, when do you sleep?
Yeah,
I don't
Wallace
think.
is
And he's a
great.
family man, and he's just like take care.
He's
of
got a
his-
great family, man. Like,
Beautiful.
yeah, he got good support.
Yeah.
I really, here's the thing.
That's beautiful. He deserves it.
There's so much. A lot of people that really don't understand look at cannabis for some leafy green stuff. But
Yeah.
the way I grew up with cannabis, like I grew up with people that didn't even know what cannabis was next to a can of sugar or some thyme in the fridge. Like they just grew up around it. They grew,
Yes.
Rasta all over the house. There's weed all over the house. There was no
Yes.
issue, no stigma.
Yeah.
But it's really community, man. Like, and it's not the from this is just my perspective. It's not the community that people throw out there like, oh, the cannabis community. No. Don't get it twisted. There's a couple industries in this industry that were growing. There was the marijuana industry that was demonized and criminalized and over enforced. And now there's the cannabis industry that's legitimate and has regulations and guidelines around it.
Yeah.
And they're very different energies. They're very different
Very.
industries.
Yeah.
And
that's
the
totally right.
culture is different.
Yes. 100%.
It's different.
Yeah, and again, I
It's
think
entirely different.
I think people have been
It's just not the same culture.
trial and error a
Yeah.
little bit, where people were like, "Oh, legacy culture will for sure come into legal culture," but it's not. That legacy has all of this stigma around it. We
Yeah.
like people in legacy believe the stigma as well. They've been under it. It's hard to break out of those
Well,
stigmas.
look how you act.
when you're living it.
There's just
right?
like innately a little bit more like aggression
yeah.
in legacy.
And they were fighting for something.
Yeah.
But now it's a different fight. It's not
Yeah.
a legalization fight anymore. And so has different energy around
Oh
it.
yeah. I mean, there's an impact on supply and demand now, right? And that in itself, when you think about like there's some 5th, 6th generation farmer. Primo
Yeah.
is I think 5th or more 5th generation farmer or plus 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
So like he's deep. And I was talking with a friend of mine out there from Humboldt County, out in California, and he was like, man, the legalization is literally taking food out of these small communities where they actually depend on the moving of these products. They got tomatoes, carrots, cannabis, thyme. They got all kinds of stuff. And, here comes this industry that's just, I don't want to say half-assing the product, but I'll be very straight.
Oh, for
There's
sure.
a lot of I called him today.
Yeah.
I was just kidding. And I was like, he answers the phone. Hello? I'm like, yo, man. Is this the FBI? Because I got to report. I'll turn state witness, man. We got to do this. There's weed, man. We got to report these people. It's bad weed. I was just messing with him, and we just had a little chuckle. But
that's so good.
All jokes aside, there's some people in the space that don't necessarily care about the product more than they care about the profit.
No, it's the flip. That's all. It's shit.
But I think we're growing out of that.
Oh God, I hope
I
so.
think it's
Because
almost
you'll
like,
only be left standing if you found a way.
and also people don't think there's money in it anymore.
Right.
The people who were like, let's get rich quick. They're like, fuck, a lot
doesn't
of
work.
them lost a lot of money and they've now walked away from it. So like, I think we are going to grow out of that mentality. Of course, there's always going to be people that try and enter the market for cash. And
it's a business at the end of the day. Like, there's money that still needs to be made.
Yeah.
It's the authenticity behind the product.
yes,
Yeah.
totally.
That's important, right? Yeah.
When I was managing a retail store, I had someone come in from, he was the new owner of the company or something, or the CEO or something. He had just gotten appointed. I can't remember what company it was. And
it was Lululemon.
he was like, it was a weed company.
Oh, okay.
At a weed store.
Lululemon.
But
Weed lemon.
he walks in with like two of his reps, and he's like, I'm coming from alcohol. Like and I don't really smoke it. And I was just like, well, you better start.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you.
Why are you in weed unless you're a stoner? Like, I totally don't
Hey, but
understand
that's a
that.
question, though. Do you think only people that smoke weed should be in the industry, though?
I think people who consume...
It's a weed industry.
Not necessarily smoke weed, but I think you got to consume your product.
Even if it's CBD
absolutely.
rub, whatever.
Yeah, I think that you should, in anything, like anything that you're selling, if you're not consuming
be a
yourself,
participant
I
in the
would
product.
You gotta be a participant,
I would be concerned
yeah.
as to why you're selling it then.
And then, like, why wouldn't you be interested in the culture of it? And, like, if our intention is to grow and educate ourselves furthermore on this miracle plant, and you're, as you said, doing it, like, half-assed just to the point of, like, selling the cheapest thing to college kids, that's cool. Like, there has to be a level of weed that's more of a value entry level accessible for all incomes. That's great. But, like, there can be quality everywhere, and when people aren't coming from the heart, it's very frustrating to see someone mishandle your baby. It's like just your wife being treated like a hoe. Like, it's like, this is not fucking acceptable.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just went from PG to rated motherfucking R.
R, baby. R, like a pirate, son.
Plus.
That's what I'm saying, though. Weed. That's when I see, like, people, it's like, what are you even doing working in a dispensary if you don't consume weed? Like I just think there's a bunch of people who really should be doing it. That's why I'm always like, because I know those passionate farmers you're talking about. Like, these are the farmers, like, you'd be able to buy their carrots from St. Lawrence Market. Why can't you buy their packs from their farm?
But devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate real quick. So,
please. And
what are you smoking? Now, I'm going to roll this up. So, look, this is what I was telling you about.
This is Ben from Trees, yo. He gave me the direct cut.
I've had,
yeah, he dropped out. I picked this off of Trees. Like, this is still literally, this is Ben's from Trees direct cut. This is the apple fritter and Skittles.
I don't know if it was, I'm going to just respark
You'll want to try this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give this a little try, too.
I'm buzzed on this one. Let me hold this one down real quick.
What do you normally smoke? What do you like
So this
to smoke?
one, going back to what I was saying about a lot of the bud in the industry, I know it's going to sound very biased, but it's not. The dough, lava cake.
I agree.
I know.
This one, so this is actually tribal.
You got that from BC, bro?
Triple burger, huh?
You got that from BC?
What's that? This?
Yeah.
No, why?
It says BC on it.
It says BC on it.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild.
Did you buy that from a store in Ontario?
I have no recollection of the event in question. I have no fucking clue what you asking me. No español, no inglés, yo.
You get it from shows and shit. But this is that heat.
Yeah,
eh?
I got that directly from
Yeah, that's what it was.
Nico?
Yeah. So I've actually, it's funny because he's actually one of the brands that I really like. The ethos of the company, going back to culture.
He's been on. He's dope.
I like how
he's
he's been on the show?
Yep.
Oh, damn. So
Whoa.
so this one, I just cracked it today. I've had it for a little bit. And it's funny because I've been
Oh, that's fucking very nice. Holy.
I've been messing with some
Oh,
flour.
it's sticky too.
That's what I was just about to get at. I've
Dude,
been messing
this
with
shit
some
has
flour.
been so sticky. Oh my god.
And the shit, some of the shit I've been messing with just crumbles in my hand, like
It's nice.
just gone.
Just
I was
disintegrates.
Just
poof.
So when I opened this one, and I've had this for at least a few
bro.
months.
I don't know,
Oh,
man.
wow.
You might want to chase this. This is nuts.
Let me grab all this one. I will.
Oh my god, the apple fritter.
I had apple fritter though.
It's the apple fritter and Skittles cross.
No, I don't know if I had the Skittles cross.
Yeah, this is great.
But he gave
though.
me
Yeah,
something
roll
at
this
what do you call
Kind?
it? Yeah, the
or
Winter Fair.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, the Winter Fair.
What?
I like that. I like the Winter Fair.
Yeah.
I'm glad it exists.
Was that
Yeah.
2 winter fairs ago, or did you just go to this
The
last
recent one.
winter fair?
The
didn't
recent
go.
one. Oh.
We were the
had
first
FOMO
commissioned
about
media.
It was cold as shit. You were what?
Yeah, the first commissioned media, kind of
Really?
last year
Wow.
winter fair, the one before.
Hmm.
We had our podcast. That's where Nico was on the show.
Okay.
A bunch of folks were on the show.
He's good. It's funny because I actually
He passes along the savings.
he does. He's good. He's good people.
Yeah.
And my experience with that company, I have something special. I think I'm gonna, I have some products that I have
Great.
that I'm gonna give it away. I'm gonna share the wealth.
The abundance.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it.
love that.
I'm just trying to figure out how to do it because, there's a lot of shows out there and no one invents. There's nothing new under the sun. But everyone's like, follow me and subscribe and 3 likes, motherfucker, and I'll give you some shit. Like, no, I'm not. That's not what
just
I'm on right
bless
now.
people.
I'm trying to embrace community. I want you.
Yeah.
I want you to follow because you want to follow. I want you to follow because
Value.
there's value in what you're hearing,
Yep.
but because you value what I'm saying, I also want to integrate you into this industry that we're building because
Love
I've
that.
always said it. The corporate is doing what they got to do. They're taking care of corporate, and a lot of these events are very industry centric. They're very brand bud tender,
Yes.
and very. And I'm not trying to get into the regulations, but the actual importance of the entire industry is being left out, which is the consumer.
Yes.
100%, dude.
Right?
Nailing this,
So,
articulating
we've
it
been
perfectly.
actually talking about this when we meet for Can Expo meetings, and
So well
like
said.
what
well
what
said.
is
Yeah,
stopping
I
us?
stole it from someone.
What is stopping us from getting direct to consumer? And is this idea that people aren't really into like weed events yet? Like it just isn't as popular yet because legalization is so new.
Okay, can I take a crack at mapping this out?
Sure.
Which it's a great question to pose in general. I think
Yeah, it's
that
a great
events
question.
should continue to try to answer that in their own way. But basically, in order for these first ones to exist,
Brought to you by trees.
trees, they had to create an avenue for the bud tenders to trick or treat, right? To essentially like come and get the products and influence those who sell at retail level for brands.
100%.
The events have to organize it so the brands have their win because they're investing a lot of money to be at these events, like the Winter Fair and such. So you're caught in a circuit with like the same 100 people almost, or
Yeah.
200 people.
Agreed.
And I mean, that's what we're trying to solve for Can Expo. And I think where we missed the mark, like you were saying, is the consumers, is like the opportunity to educate folks that may be on the fence about weed. So it's like, we need to be able to like openly smoke it, consume it in like new leading edge ways, and I think that those barriers just aren't being pushed out of safety, out of liability, out of so I definitely think as time goes,
Yeah, so it's the new baby industry aspect of it.
we already pushed some boundaries, and you kind of just go with the idea of ask for forgiveness if necessary instead of permission. Yeah. But you're right, man. You said it. And because events are such an important way for brands to get out there, like that's how we met Primo. all of us, you know.
Like,
Yeah.
do you have any ideas on that? Like, how are we
I think-
targeting consumers? Like, how do we get
How do
them
we make it
excited
warm?
about
Yeah.
weed? And I'd also like to know maybe both of your opinion on this, but like, since legal culture is not legacy culture, have we started the building blocks to legal culture, or is it just fucking nothing right now?
Personally, I think we're brand new. I think we're going to make a lot of mistakes. I think
Yeah.
we're going to hopefully learn from our mistakes as we mature. 2024 we're looking down the barrel of 6 years legalization come October. And I just think that, first of all, legalizing cannabis, the Liberal Party legalizing cannabis was one thing. Participating and actually seeing a positive growth is another thing. The fact that, you've recognized that constitutionally, you've recognized that we should have access to this medicine.
Yes.
And you've legalized it. I don't want to say purely on pressure, because we've gone through it a few times, the AMPR and all, MMPR and
Yeah.
all that. So, but
Slowly releasing their grip since Prohibition.
right, but there's people that are championing this. Jeremy and Susan, where's the consumption lounges? Where are the places
Straight
for
up.
people to?
We want them.
And they're taking existing laws like the No Smoking Act with cigarettes, and they're applying it
Yes.
Not
directly.
fair.
So
Even smoke a cigarette in this very room and come back tomorrow and smell. Then smoke a joint in this very room, come back tomorrow and smell.
Even
Oh,
if
yeah.
That right
even-
there will fucking prove your point
But
of
even
why
if-
they are different.
Even if that wasn't the case, though, we should still be able to have access to.
And I think, honestly, if you want to fucking smoke cigarettes and y'all are all cool with that, that's fine too, but it's just over there. But weed is not the same thing.
I just think there's just too much. Oh shit! There's just too much focus on the regulatory perspective,
Yes.
man. Like we're like fucking Old and New Testament when it comes to regulations. Like it's
Yeah.
it's
bizarre.
It's a body of work.
Yeah.
and a lot of it is just copied and paste.
Yeah, from
even-
other sectors that don't even apply.
Yeah, and without firsthand knowledge, I would even suspect that the people that are behind regulating cannabis are the same people who were prohibiting it yesterday. So today it's legal. We'll push through.
Oh, yeah.
But you
Exactly.
can't flip a mindset because of regulation is set,
Exactly.
right? It's we see it, and I'm not going to bring anything up specific, but we see it in other areas of life.
Yeah.
When you truly don't commit to the position you're in, it's felt.
Yeah.
And this cannabis industry is being built very lopsided because it's being felt. The proof is in the pudding.
Yo.
Just look at the industry and the OCS made $1 billion. $1 billion.
What other company involved
listen
with
to this.
weed did that?
Ontario balanced its budget the first time in 5 years last year.
Because,
How long has cannabis been legal?
yeah.
5 years. Nobody can't tell me it's not a
Holy
contributor
shit.
to balancing the budget.
Oh my god. Yeah, because they're the only ones that have really had a
Fuck.
major come up. They especially in Ontario, they're fucking like the mafia.
That's
They're
good
like
news.
front end, back end.
Yeah. What's good news? Before I forget, but shout out to the OCS. I don't want to sound like I'm throwing them under the bus because they are, they're visibly starting to get involved. And like I said,
Yeah,
trial
they-
and error. People learn and
Yeah.
They
we're
buy
evolving,
booths.
right? Yeah.
They're
They didn't know what the fuck they were doing either.
No one
none
did,
of us
but
did.
did.
they had to
Yeah.
make sure they collected. And
Yeah.
I also have this theory that's legal. It has now paid for all the time that Legacy was kind of allowed to operate.
The gray area.
Yeah, the gray area, right? So it's let them get their bag for a minute, balance the budget. I would just like to see more people in weed be able to have come ups. But it's great, man. The people who
What do you
invest like Primo, they got to be fully on board. It's kind of a telltale sign, like any capitalistic industry. It's kind of good.
Do you think craft will survive?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so too. I always encourage people
I
to
hope-
source.
Yeah, I think that. Oh, sorry. You mean craft on the legal market or craft?
Yeah,
yeah,
legal market.
yeah. I do. I encourage it, and I want to see it, and I think everyone needs to just support that shit.
I don't know if we've seen the equilibrium happen in the pricing structure yet of weed on the legal market.
Yeah, taxes are heavy, man.
Yeah, it's tricky to say. We hope so. Fuck, but also
I think I think that to sum it up, shout out to everyone that's kind of been involved. optimistically.
Yeah.
You know, that have been putting forth an actual effort to see this industry grow.
Facts.
And that's why I like Kind. You know, you look at the MJ Biz, and you know, these are very traditional type trade shows that come to the space, and it's look, everything has its place. You understand? Yeah. Everything has its place, and MJ is just a big toy box. And
it was the original, no?
Yeah. I believe so. I believe so.
Stacked question.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I believe so, but I mean, you know, I think I'd be bless you. Man, that's enough, man. I sneeze like 40 times in a row, and I get people like that know me. They give me one blessing, man. So I gave you 2.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I would have stopped at 1. No,
Wow.
I would have went to 3.
Wow.
I would go to 3. When he sneezes a lot. I don't
Feels
know
so
where that came
good. Do you like sneezing?
I do sometimes.
I like it.
I
I
think
like
it's
the
one.
deep roar ones.
Oh man, you're basically just release. I think it's 1/16 of an orgasm.
So
Is a sneeze.
Is it you that said that shit? I heard that from someone.
yes.
That's just a fact that's
No,
floating
I
around the
think
internet.
it is us.
Hold
it
on one
probably
second.
was our fun fact.
It might have been you guys. I heard
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I was like, what the hell did I just
Did we make a clip out of that?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Something in his car. Well, this has been a delightful addition to the
So
episode.
delightful.
That's yeah, it's a bangers.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are clips.
I'm gonna be wrapping up here in about 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Are you gonna go teach yoga?
I am.
Nice. Do you like that?
I do.
That's fun.
But like right now, I'm like it would be fine if I wasn't teaching it.
Yeah.
But also like I am
just-
happy to go there.
Just chill and do the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, all that stuff we were saying before O'Neill got here was great too. What?
The bylaw guys beyond something.
They do.
Were they there?
They do, but they're not, right?
I thought I saw them.
It's good.
Okay.
It's a sixth sense. I just
Nice.
Yeah, you just
felt them.
follow your intuition.
Well-
I wanna.
Do you?
We'll be right back after this choking break.
I have to go.
And we're
soon.
back.
Thank
that?
you. I have to go soon, but I want to know when you started smoking weed.
When did I start smoking weed? Oh shit! This was reserved for my own podcast.
7?
I got first introduced to weed, I think by about late middle school,
Yeah.
grade 8-ish.
Yeah.
I think that's where, definitely grade 9. And I remember because I've never really been a big consumer on anything. That's like really when I first started getting around it, like, yo, here, hit this. All right, I'll try it. But I've never had, I just don't have an addictive personality like alcohol. And I remember one time, no, I don't want to talk about alcohol, but anyway,
sure.
so around that age, you know, I think like most people, even on the show, I find that most people start around 12. They get exposed to it. So what about you?
Yeah. Our average on the show, I think, is about 14.
Really?
And I was late to the party. I think that maybe like I attempted to try it at 16 at some point, but like I never inhaled, and I was like, oh my god, like just
You pulling a clip?
I didn't want it.
That's impossible. I didn't inhale.
Yeah.
You
and
on
then-
the oath.
So then it was like 21, I think. Was I 21?
I did not have smoking relations with that joint.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 20 or 21
Yeah.
for me.
Whitney
Really?
and I
What was the reason?
It was life changing. We were broke and we wanted to go to the Peony, which is the equivalent of the CNE here.
The Peony?
Yeah.
What the?
Pacific.
Where's that?
In
Vancouver.
Is that where you guys are from?
It's where I grew up, yeah.
And we were just young broke kids, and it was going to cost us like $200 to go to this event.
That's
and
grocery
like have a whole
money,
day
son.
there.
You guys were two young bro kids?
Yeah.
How long you guys been together?
16 years.
You guys only look about 16. What the fuck?
Thank you, bro. Love.
Thank you so much.
Ah, bless.
Aging, my first signs of aging were hard on me. So I appreciate that.
Wow, yeah, I've been trying to get into that oil of Olay stuff. And, hey, speaking of oil of Olay, did you know that Revlon introduced hemp seed into some of their formulations for mascara?
Wow.
Really?
I know. I was looking up some going back to the show. Like, it's not just about smoking weed. We smoking some weed because it's just what's happening. It's just like, if this was a glass
It's
of
a vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
whatever, right? We're drinking water too. Why isn't that an issue, right? So, I was looking it up to find out, like, what else is being, what else can I talk to the people about for them to understand the value of this plant?
And it's already there.
Revlon,
It's in
even
these
Crest,
familiar-
Procter and Gamble.
Really?
Crest has hemp and charcoal
Fuck.
combination.
That's beautiful.
It'll be
Yeah, it's
interesting
crazy.
to see if it gets back into like building materials. Like
It is hempcrete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they got Google that shit. They got hempcrete, which is like a more sustainable version of concrete. As a matter of fact,
Wow.
I think pound for pound, I think it's actually stronger because I think they
It is
say-
so fucking strong. It's like bamboo, and it's like you can't break it.
Yeah.
Like Ben gave me some stuff like still on the stem, and I'm like playing with it, thinking it's gonna snap.
Yeah.
No way, bro. That's like a fucking wire.
Oh, there's
You
a
know
history on that shit. Yeah, that shit will slice your foot off, man.
yes. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, even Porsche. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but their GT, I think it's their 718 GT.
Came with a blend in
4
it?
Came in track. It's a track car. No, they removed all their carbon fiber and replaced it with hemp seed
Oh my god.
or hemp and flaxseed. Yeah,
What?
2019, just at the
That's
beginning of the 2019 era.
It's such a valuable. I love 2019. It's such a
Fuck
valuable
2019, man. That
I
shit
love-
fucked me up.
Well, that's good.
It exposed a lot of people, so I am grateful for 2019. And
Everything
for those
was-
of you listening that understand what I'm saying, that 2020 event,
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh yeah.
fuck them. Yeah.
The biggest marketing campaign ever done, the most widely spread, well implemented marketing campaign you'll ever see was
Bro.
2020. And then just like they played with it and they cleaned up and they did their thing. And at the cost of what? I won't get into it, but you got to respect it on some level, man. Can you brainwash people? I can't. Can you? Because, damn.
I mean,
Respect the hustle. I mean, it's brutal, but we're fucking...
I don't know.
Look up to them. It's marketing.
Look, we here's the thing. Though.
Leverage outlets.
We live in a society that, because we're civilized people and we have structure, and we're governed. Depending on your lifestyle, sometimes you're forced into it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like you just
Coerced,
you-
some would say.
I mean, I could say a lot more than coerced, but
Forced, threatened.
we just, one thing about me is I embrace all angles.
Absolutely.
I might not agree with all angles, but I embrace it because
'Cause
it
you're not gonna
allows my
change it.
perspective to be broadened. It allows me to see what's out there and make a decision based on me. I'm not a crowd follower. A lot of times the crowd will be going left and I'm the motherfucker going straight. Where are you going? No, y'all go over there.
I'll do the opposite on purpose. That's just how I catch my gaze. It's like, what is everyone else doing? Everyone's flowing this way. I'm going to go that way. And then all of a sudden you got a whole new momentum started on your own journey. So it's like, without getting political,
Yeah,
that's
just
even
you.
good just
My
to be
tendency
mindful.
is with the crowd.
Yeah,
but
she's a follower.
I do open the perspective, man. I agree with that. Like I do my best to be like, oh, what could anyone be going through right now? But then I'll still just be like, oh, I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just,
Easier.
for me, it's like there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise.
So
Matter of fact,
much.
my 2022, I wrote it on my calendar. Drown out the noise. Just let the noise be the noise. Focus on certain
Yeah.
things, but you just
Focus.
I don't know, man. You gotta listen to people, and you just gotta assess. I don't know, man. A lot of people jump. is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm just
It's
I'm more
okay
of
to
like
hold back.
what's really going on
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
You know,
Let's-
like here's an example. When that AMPR and MMPR thing was going on 2013, 2014,
Yeah.
they shut it down. And I remember because I was like, oh shit, I can get a license to have weed. This is like 2013, I think. And I'm like, I can have a license to get weed. I can carry it legally. It's medicinal, of course.
Yeah.
And by 2014, they shut down the program. And I was like, aha, that's why I didn't do it, because they just collected all the drug dealers in town.
Fuck.
Because think about it. All the people who
Yes.
were already involved with weed,
Fuck.
and they're like, hey, get a license. Get a legal license. All right, here's my email. Here's my name. Here's my address.
Oh.
And then a year later, you shut it down? I was
There
like,
we
they got
go.
a database of drug dealers, right?
And it's mostly
Rico.
about data.
Rico.
Exactly. It's mostly about data. Every step that we see that's like, oh,
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
That's
It's-
like blowing my mind right now.
what else would it be? Just like everything.
It's crazy.
Oh, dude, you
it's
get
crazy.
it. Of course you get it. And I'm shocked when people don't look for that. And so I had to get over, I mean, that's what 2020 showed us, right? It was like, I was so heartbroken that people didn't want to kind of focus in and embrace the like multiplicity of things. And it's hard to look at these surprises without your whole world and structure that you've built shattering. So there was a lot of that. It was a cleansing. It was a blessing, because I very much resonate with your ability to perceive things for what they are. It's like you can't put your whole being in that though, right? As well, and get disappointed. So it's like, it's really brave to know this, because you also have to hold space for the contrast when you know shit is a little fishy and you're just sitting through it.
And sometimes you got to go through the fishy stuff.
Yep.
Like that's just the reality of it. But what I'm saying, that's why
Fishy stuff with O'Neill. That's the fucking title.
that's
I
the
have to go.
fishy shit.
I'm sorry. You guys keep
You gotta
going.
go?
Yeah, I have to go teach a class, so I'm just going to get ready.
Yoga.
And-
Yoga?
yeah. Yoga.
How the fuck did I know it was yoga?
I
Oh,
don't
well, that's pretty
know.
good.
Did we have, I don't know. if we've
Hell
ever-
no, we ain't had no conversation
I mean,
on
you
nothing.
kinda
I said
like a yoga
Lululemon and yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get it. So that
His
means
top.
our brand is resonating.
Yeah.
Like you can
I
tell.
like it.
Honestly, that's 40 minutes. So
that was so great.
that's 22. That's an hour, baby.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But we need to have you for a whole other hour, bro.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need to do the whole thing.
All good.
Where can people find you? Let's close her up here and leave us with
Yeah,
any
don't
gems
look
of
for
wisdom.
me. Don't look for me. You won't find me. Stop looking, man. Officially cannabis related on Instagram, or Onell from, easy enough, ONELL FROM, or on Spotify, Amazon, Deezer, iHeartRadio, cannabis related, the pod.
Bless. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. That was a
my
beautiful
pleasure, brother.
surge of energy, and we really went some
Yeah.
great places that I want to elaborate with you more.
Yeah, there's lots to talk about.
Yeah,
Lots to talk about.
there. So let's break it down. So this is our tester teaser.
Yeah.
Subscribe, tell a friend, send nudes to people you're allowed to. Love yourself, smoke good weed.
Hey, but we're going to give away some stuff. And we're going to work together on that. We're going to give
Yes.
away some stuff. I got some really cool things coming up 2024. So
Yes.
let's stay in touch.
Okay, comment if you're interested in the O'Neill partnership giveaway. Love.
Let's go.
Bless, bro. Thank you, man.
No problem. Bro.
Yes. Peace.
You ever see something so true that you couldn't unsee it? Something that you just knew would serve you. Whether it be self-awareness, plant medicine, a lover, a career. That's what we get down to here. Welcome to Disciplined Stoners, the gateway drug to mindfulness. Spark up or don't, and enjoy the show. Glad you're here.
And I love the Brady Bunch of Brady, whoop the Brady Bunch of Brady. Totally love the Brady Bunch, totally love the Brady Bunch, totally love the Brady Bunch. I'll be there with my little self, be there with my little self, be there with my little self. I'll be there, but be there, but I'll be there with my little